perfectly titled because they really embodied that need to be away from each other, but that magnetic attraction of almost being compelled and urged to be with one another at the same time. Super animalistic, and it felt so instinctual and raw, and the two dancers just were excellently paired with each other. There was that same level of intensity where it felt like a fight that either of them could win at any moment. And I really appreciated the variety of the pacing, and also just that beautiful lush soundscape was great.
This one was really cool. It has this sort of visceral, striking quality to the way it's shot, which I just really enjoyed. And it just felt, kind of intense, but also kind of soothing in a way. I'm not sure how to explain it, but I do know I enjoyed watching it.
The focus put on her glitter, on her eyes. The floodlights were perfectly angled to envelop the dancers' movements. The piece was eloquent, and I think the camera was cast closely enough to mirror their sweat droplets even. I think it was done on purpose, and I think it only added to the mood. When I really digest this piece, I feel the movements of the dancers really translate the meaning of the song lyrics.
These dancers looked so beautiful, they almost seemed not of this earth. The costume and the makeup was absolutely stunning. And in terms of the story, I mean, I think that the title was very fitting, and I felt like they were hurting not just them, like each other, but also themselves, and they were chasing after something that they actually couldn't have and would never be able to attain. And despite it being a non-verbal film, it was actually very powerful and very emotional, and there was a lot of like complex layering in there. This is a really beautiful piece of art.
It was really good. I loved the performance. It was very groundbreaking. The music played perfectly. I did love the aesthetic. The music was, like I said, it was perfect. It was phenomenal. I love how it was shot and edited as well.
I really liked the dancing, and also how the producers managed to create this effects of lights directed at the viewers, which causes some sort of discomfort, and in turns wants you to get out of the light so I can see the dancers properly. And it was like combined with the beautiful voice, and it was a magic film. And I noticed the focusing on lights from the windows and these specific figures accompanying, like being with the dancers all the time. So I still can figure out the title Avoidance, but I really enjoyed the film.
Pretty wild. I really loved the setting. I love the use of like the kind of lights breaking through. I feel like for some reason like they were in, maybe it was the latter, but I felt like they were in like, you know, like a circus tent. I felt like the choreography was also very interesting to watch. It was very like kind of contortion-y, which goes along with the circus vibe.
I really loved this. I thought that they, for using such a small space, I thought that was so fun, like so interesting and intriguing, because they really did use it in such interesting ways. They played with the light so much, which I thought was so great and so well done, with like the little slashes like in, so not only the dancing in and out, but also the way that they were able to capture it on film with the different like sun streaks coming in and out of the space was so beautiful. And the dancing and the music and the visually of it was so intense that everything built together, and it built so well. And they added in like so much of the breath and so much of the sounds of the dancing in with the music that I thought was so well done, and for me it heightened everything, and it really like stepped everything up.
Clearly this is a very expressive piece, and I think the team did a great job at just conveying that intimacy and emotion and tension between the dancers. I just think that the choreography, the facial expressions of the dancers and their posture and mannerisms, all of these things just really work together to convey this longing to the audience that these two felt for each other. It's very interesting, and I think that they just have such a dynamic relationship because of all of these things really working together to create this narrative storyline seen in the piece. I really love the sound design. I think it just aids to, again, making the piece interesting to watch. I think the light leaks were a very, very cool touch to this piece and just really heightened certain moments. One in particular, just at the beginning, or close to, when the light just started to shine on her eyes, and it was almost like you were looking into her mind and her thoughts and her soul. I don't know if that's a little extreme, but I really think it really worked well with this piece. I also just love the costumes, the hair and makeup, and lastly but certainly not least, I think the ending was cinematically beautiful, and I just think it really concluded this dance between the two characters really well.